The Backpacker Murders, Australia, 1989 to 1993. Between 1989 and 1993, the tranquil forests of New South Wales, Australia, became the backdrop for one of the country's most chilling crime sprees. 7 young backpackers, mostly foreign travelers exploring Australia on shoestring budgets, mysteriously disappeared, only for their remains to be discovered years later in the dense and remote Belanglo State Forest. These were not ordinary murders. The victims had been subjected to unspeakable cruelty. Some were shot multiple times. Others had been stabbed so viciously that the blades had pierced bone. There were signs of restraint, sexual assault, and prolonged torture. One victim had even been decapitated, with the skull never recovered. The victims were Caroline Clark and Joan Walters from the UK, Gabor Neugebauer and Anya Habschied from Germany, James Gibson and Deborah Everest from Australia, Simone Schmidl, also from Germany. The horror began to unravel when 2 runners stumbled upon decomposed human remains in the Belanglo Forest in 1992. Over the following year, more bodies were discovered, all showing eerily similar patterns of brutality. A serial killer was clearly at work, but who? The investigation was complex and nationwide. Thousands of tips were followed, hundreds of suspects interviewed. The breakthrough came when a British backpacker, Paul Onions, came forward with a terrifying story. In 1990, he had been hitchhiking when a man picked him up, pulled a gun on him, and tried to abduct him. Onions managed to escape and report the incident, but it wasn't until the murders were linked that his story gained critical importance. That man turned out to be Ivan Milat, a seemingly ordinary road worker from Sydney. When police raided his home in 1994, they found chilling evidence: camping gear, clothing, and personal belongings of the victims. Ballistics testing matched the bullets used in the murders to Milat's rifles. In 1996, Ivan Milat was convicted of the 7 murders and sentenced to life imprisonment without the possibility of parole. Until his death in 2019, he maintained his innocence, despite overwhelming evidence. The backpacker murders sent shockwaves through Australia and around the world. They exposed the dark side of hitchhiking and led to widespread changes in how backpackers travel in remote areas. Ivan Milat remains one of the most notorious serial killers in Australian history.